Thailand is often remembered as an Axis ally during the Second World War, or at least that is what certain timelines might suggest. Yet this label hides a far more complex and paradoxical reality. Welcome to the Diplomatic Archives. Behind the appearance of alliance with Imperial Japan existed a parallel political structure, a covert resistance embedded within the Thai state itself. This was not a spontaneous uprising, nor a popular guerrilla war comparable to those seen elsewhere in occupied Europe or Asia. Rather, it was what historians have now described as a patriotic governmental conspiracy. This underground effort was known as the Seri Thai Movement, or Seri Thai. It operated under conditions of political duality, in which senior officials publicly upheld an Axis alliance while privately coordinating resistance, intelligence gathering, and diplomatic positioning. The purpose of this clandestine strategy was not primarily to defeat Japan on the battlefield, but instead aimed to shape how the Kingdom of Thailand would be judged when the war ended, to preserve sovereignty in a world where former Axis partners faced occupation, punishment, and political dismantlement. On December 8, 1941, Japanese imperial forces launched a coordinated land and sea invasion of Thailand as part of their broader expansion across Southeast Asia. Confronted with overwhelming military superiority and facing the real risk of full occupation and devastation, the Thai government under Field Marshal Prek Pibun Songkram, commonly known as Pibun, ordered a ceasefire after approximately 5 hours of resistance. Thailand soon entered into formal alignment with Japan, and on January 25, 1942, declared war on Great Britain and the United States. This decision was driven by a combination of factors. Strategically, it reflected a policy of survival, blending with the geopolitical wind to avoid destruction. Politically, it aligned with Pibun's irredentist ambitions to recover territories previously lost to French Indochina and England. However, this outward accommodation masked a crucial reality. From the very moment the alliance was announced, resistance was already forming from within the Thai state itself. The Seri Thai Movement emerged almost simultaneously across 3 geographic centers, each operating under different legal and political constraints but pursuing a unified objective. In Bangkok, on the very night of the invasion, Priti Panomyong, a civilian leader of the 1932 revolution, later regent for the young King Ananda Madihon, and leader of the Seri Thai movement within the kingdom, convened trusted associates to organize systematic resistance. Operating under the codename XO Group, this domestic network functioned from within the apparatus of the state itself. Priti's position as regent provided both protection and access, allowing resistance activity to remain concealed beneath the official posture of alliance. In Washington, Thailand's minister to the United States, Mr. Seni Pranot, took an unprecedented diplomatic step. He refused to deliver Thailand's declaration of war to the U.S. State Department. By openly repudiating his government's directive, Seni established the Seri Thai Movement in the United States and successfully persuaded American officials to recognize Thailand not as an enemy belligerent, but as an independent state under Japanese military occupation. This diplomatic reframing would later prove decisive. In London, the Thai students opposed to the Pibun administration formed what became known as the Free Siamese Movement. Unlike the American case, Britain formally declared war on Thailand. As a result, these volunteers initially existed in a legally precarious position as enemy aliens, complicating their ability to cooperate openly with British authorities. Across all 3 centers, the movement pursued a single overriding objective: to demonstrate that Thailand's alliance with Japan was coerced and did not reflect the will of the Thai people. Unlike conventional resistance movements, Seri Thai integrated senior state officials directly into clandestine structures. The regent, the director general of police, cabinet ministers, intelligence officers, and senior civil servants all participated in covert operations while publicly maintaining an Axis alliance. This arrangement produced a unique form of political duality. The Thai state appeared outwardly as a Japanese partner while simultaneously functioning as a covert intelligence asset for the American Office of Strategic Services and British Force 136 of the Special Operations Executive. By 1945, the OSS had established a secret base in Bangkok at Wangsankogap, the former residence of the Prime Minister, known as the Palace of Roses. Remarkably, this site was located only a few hundred meters from major Japanese troops concentrations. From this base, Seri Thai agents and OSS officers operated 6 radio transmitters, delivering a continuous stream of tactical intelligence to Allied commands across Southeast Asia. The movement's most sustained contribution lay in signal intelligence. Regular meteorological broadcasts from within Thailand proved critical for the Allied 10th and 14th Air Forces, enabling them to plan bombing raids against Japanese supply routes and power infrastructure with far greater precision. In parallel, Seri Thai agents reported detailed information on Japanese troop strength and movements. Occupation forces within Thailand were estimated to range between 60,000 and 150,000 personnel. Naval movements in the Gulf of Siam and the conditions of Japanese-controlled industrial facilities were also monitored. In some cases, intelligence was gathered by Thai officials embedded directly within the occupation administration, including a Thai intelligence colonel who reportedly lunched daily with Japanese officers. Beyond signals intelligence, Seri Thai leveraged its domestic administrative reach to conduct high-risk human intelligence and rescue operations. Approximately 700 American and British airmen shot down over Thai territory were located, protected, and eventually exfiltrated. One of the most emblematic cases was that of William Black Mac McGarry, a Flying Tiger pilot captured in 1942. Under the supervision of Police Director General Adun Derajat and Regent Priti Banomyong, the operation combined bureaucratic forgery with carefully staged diversions, including traditional ramwong dances on transport boats to mask the sound of injured prisoners during transport and conceal their extraction from Japanese supervision. The intelligence relationship was reinforced through infiltration missions such as Operation Numeral and Operation Hotfoot, during which Thai volunteers, many recruited from student communities in the United States and the UK, were parachuted back into the country to establish communication with the domestic underground. In the northeast, Tiang Sirikan, codenamed Pluto, organized the largest guerrilla training center in the Phupan Mountains near Sakon Nakhon. More than 3,500 trainees passed through the camp, providing intelligence on Japanese activity in the region. In Pre, Kong Kantatam, codenamed Tony, oversaw operations that facilitated the delivery of weapons and medical supplies while maintaining constant contact with OSS headquarters in Sri Lanka. After Japan's surrender in 1945, the documented cooperation of the Seri Thai movement provided tangible proof that the wartime alliance had been imposed by a military government rather than chosen by the population. On this basis, the United States argued successfully that Thailand should be treated as an occupied state and not as a defeated Axis partner. British demands for more punitive reparations, including the so-called 21 conditions, were significantly reduced through American intervention grounded in Seri Thai collaboration. Thailand annulled the 1941 Tokyo Treaty, returned territories to France, Indochina, and Britain, and regained international legitimacy. By December 1946, Thailand was admitted to the United Nations as its 55th member. While the Free Thai movement succeeded in preserving national independence, it failed to maintain wartime unity. The transition to the post-war era saw a scramble for power among civilian fractions, primarily between Priti Banomyong's liberal and conservative elements led by Seni Pramon. Ultimately, the civilian leaders were unable to form a unified front against the resurgent military. The standard of unity achieved by the resistance, incorporating royals, commoners, and students, dissolved into decades of feuding, political fragmentation, and military coups.